Hi, Taurus. Welcome to your tarot reading. If you're new, welcome in. If you're returning, welcome back. Either way, thank you so very much for being here. Thank you for sharing your energy with me. I really do appreciate it. I'm going to pull a traditional Celtic cross spread. Whatever message comes out is what you need to hear from your guides at this time. I've set that intention with this deck and with my guides. So if you are here because this popped up in your feed, then this message is for you. And if you are here because of the title, then this message is definitely for you. And this could be for your sun, moon, rising, Venus, wherever you have Taurus in your chart. Be sure and hit that thumbs up for me and like the video. And definitely subscribe if you like the messages, because all of your interactions really help to grow my channel. I really appreciate you guys doing that. And it also, pushes the videos out into like the algorithm, and it lets others get the guidance as well. They may be able to see the messages as well. On the bottom of the deck, we had this Five of Cups. So the Five of Cups is about disappointment, loss, sadness, right? Like he's focused on these Three of Cups that have spilt here and realizing that there's some sort of disappointment, right? Things didn't work out the way that you wanted them to. But there's also this Two of Cups behind him here, right? So there are other opportunities. We need not dwell on what is lost, what is gone, right? And it's okay to acknowledge them and heal from them, but also acknowledge that there are other opportunities that could possibly be coming in. And you have this bridge and this castle, right? They're going to lead to like bigger and better things. So the situation is the Four of Pentacles. The Four of Pentacles is building stability over time, right? And really kind of holding on to your resources, like conserving resources, right? This can also be about, holding on to things that don't serve you, right? So like trying to control outcomes, trying to hold on to things and really needing to let go, or really needing to, release the control of the situation. You could be trying to control an outcome. You could just be holding on to this, this Five of Cups, these Three Cups here. That could be like you're just holding on to, this could be material possessions. This could be a mindset, whatever it is for you. This is just a need to release that control and let go of expectations, let go of certain things that didn't work out, right? So in the blockage, we have the Knight of Swords. So the Knight of Swords is the fastest moving knight, and he's very assertive. He is very action oriented, right? Like he just kind of seeks the truth and then asserts himself. It's about like, facing a situation head on that needs to be dealt with. When this is in the blockage, it might be that, again, you're feeling disappointed about something that lost momentum. It's just like that indication that things are not moving forward as fast as you want them to, or things are not moving forward at all, right? Like there's no action. And maybe it's time to really step back and trust your intuition. So the root cause of this is the Queen of Swords. And the Queen of Swords is air energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. You could be dealing with an air sign. You don't have to be. But the Queen of Swords is very decisive. She is very assertive. Again, right? More swords energy here. So this is also about being defensive and being honest, like, speaking your truth and holding your boundaries here. So in the reverse, this can be about like being critical of people or situations. Or, you could have self-criticism, like you could be really hard on yourself, and maybe reacting defensively, allowing your emotions to kind of get the better of you, like needing to be logical about situations, or even accepting the truth of a situation, right? You could just be very closed off as well, right? Like after some sort of disappointment, you could just be, Queen of Swords is very defensive and very closed off type of energy. So, in the recent past, what is still affecting the situation? We have the Six of Wands. And the Six of Wands is about success, victory, being seen, right? And then being supported. But with this in the reverse, it can be delays in success and events, again, not turning out the way that you had anticipated. But just recognizing that this setback is only temporary, right? Although disappointing, it's only temporary, and I feel like it's just sticking with your plan and continuing to work diligently, because you're almost there, right? Because this is about recognizing your hard work, and in the reverse, it's just a little bit of a setback, but again, it's only temporary. So your higher self or your spirit guides are giving you the Page of Pentacles. So the Page of Pentacles is about some kind of solid beginning or a manifestation coming together here, right? So this is about like staying grounded and moving forward. So this could be, pages are messengers. So this could be like some kind of message of a new job or a new project, starting down a new path, right? So this could be them telling you to open up to new opportunities. Again, with this Two of Cups back here, knowing that there are other opportunities and not focusing on what has been lost. Because I feel like you're holding on to that and you're not moving forward because you're a little defensive, or maybe you just don't have the clarity that you need right now, right? And you're seeking that clarity. But you're leaving those setbacks behind. And I feel like Spirit is really telling you to be open to receiving messages, from any kind of source, but especially your own intuition, because there are new beginnings to be had. In the immediate future, we have the Four of Swords. So the Four of Swords is about, this is rest, relaxation, healing. And this is about like really pulling your energy back and doing some sort of introspection, right? Like doing some meditation and really kind of searching for those answers and focusing on, like I said, maybe meditation, just modalities to like calm your nervous system so that you can get the answers that you seek. Especially if you're feeling stressed or anxious, or you're not getting the sleep that you need, this is really about pulling your energy back and getting the rest that you do need and healing, right? So in your thoughts and feelings, we have the Moon card, and the Moon is about your intuition, right? This is like dreams, illusions, and the Moon illuminates what's been hidden, right? It's going to bring it to light, and then you need to trust your intuition in order to move forward and to recognize these things, right? So this can be about like shadow work. This can be about those self-defeating negative behaviors like fear, shame, right? Working with your shadow and exploring some sort of expansion here in your consciousness. So you could really be feeling resistant, right? Not wanting to acknowledge a truth here, because we do have the Queen of Swords, which is about truth and honesty. But you're holding on to something and not moving forward because you're not accepting the truth of a situation, right? Or you don't want to really see something for what it is here. And that could be like because of this disappointment, right? Things didn't work out, but you're not wanting to see why they didn't work out, or you're not wanting to see that they're not working out, that this is a disappointment, right? But I feel like this is about leaving something behind so that you can move into a new opportunity that Spirit has here for you. So in your environment, the influence here is the Ten of Pentacles. So the Ten of Pentacles is about legacy, right? This is about building wealth and, some kind of inheritance, or like it has a lot to do with like family and traditions and beliefs. So with this in your environment, I feel like this is some sort of like breaking with tradition, right? Again, this could be a loss. And we have that Five of Cups here. So I feel like there is like this breaking with some kind of traditional way of doing things and doing things differently. Because with the Ten of Pentacles, like in the reverse, it can be about, you might be controlled by the expectations of family, like siblings or a partner or your parents, right? And you like want to break away from that and forge your own path and really kind of open up to more intuition, or I feel like this is just you moving up to a next level, but you have to break with traditions or patterns in order to do that. And maybe that's the part that's hard for you to see, or, it's hard to let go of that pattern or this tradition because you've been in that for so long, right? So in your hopes and fears, we have the Seven of Pentacles. And the Seven of Pentacles is about planting a seed and then watching things grow and come to fruition, right? So like he's planted a seed and now he's watching everything come into fruition, but it's about growth and patience. So, he's watering the soil, he is tending to the soil, he's tending to the plants, he's, cutting things back, trimming and getting rid of the weeds, whatever it is that he needs to do and putting in that work in order for this to grow. It can also be about looking at things and wondering if it is worth the energy, right? Are you going to ever enjoy the fruits of your labor? Is this ever going to pay off? And really trying to use your discernment on what is worth your energy and what is not. So you could be hoping that your hard work pays off, but you could also be fearing that you're pouring into all this energy and it may not come to fruition. So the potential outcome here is the Lovers. And I love this. So the Lovers is originally a card of choice, right? And it's making a choice or a decision from a place of love and alignment. And, this is about balancing your masculine and feminine energy. So there could be like an alignment coming in here, right? This could be a relationship coming in if you are wanting a relationship. This is like soulmate union energy. But this is also about like you getting into alignment and again, balancing that masculine and feminine energy within yourself so that you can attract the right relationships, so that you can attract, the right things here, so that we don't go through this Five of Cups again here, right? So I feel like this is you getting into alignment. It's maybe kind of breaking with some kind of belief that you've always followed and letting go of, this can be letting go of a mindset, letting go of a relationship, letting go of a job, whatever it is for you. It's going to be different for each of you because it is a general reading. But I feel like this is you like really accepting the truth of something and then kind of pulling your energy back and doing some introspection, right? Like, how do you want to move forward? Where do you want to go? How do you get into alignment, right? Like realizing what is worth your effort and what is not. So I feel like this is you just like really kind of coming to terms with a situation in your life and then releasing the control of that situation and getting into alignment. Because every choice that we make has to come from alignment, right? And we have to align with what is best for us and, the highest expression of what it is that you seek. So you could be calling in a soulmate, getting into alignment with a soulmate. Maybe that's changing your beliefs. Maybe you've had loss in the past and now you're kind of releasing that control. But this is also like, again, just getting into alignment with yourself. So definitely some good things coming in. I just feel like this is you kind of changing a mindset or looking at things in a different way. This traditional way of always doing things. I feel like maybe now you're going to be making different choices in order to get into alignment with your higher path and trust your intuition in doing so, right? That's all about like pulling your energy back so that you can really kind of go within and do that soul searching. So I hope that message helped, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.